Tiefwe makwa baba Daakye Media so. Ade politics ne nsem bebe nsem esisi wo hwan mu na ekeka ho asem. Na nsem bi na Kelvin de atudwa na pese ene mo hye muti na munya mo kire mo adwene. Kelvin se NPP for why o madwen se ekumo ewe omo ka obi nka bi omo didi atem a obeso obi di atem ne bi send this for kwedi bia send this for na enye but omo NPP for ni di atem de a and the assembly ene ho so mo di atem ba ndc ni kwedi atem sisi a ene omo ebe ba hye no teno na Kelvin de nsem bia to dwa afa ho yenkonye nkotie ebe say obe subscribe to your channel na my say be the update bi aba on sabe kan ntem no wa san so a share ama afofo ho dwumadia edi wo e wa hanu sei edam ase
Oma benya idea bi say they have monopoly over insults. So we study Ghana's politics saba bedru handa. The NPP as a political party no omo mentality bi ana idea bi say when they speak nobody should speak back. When they insult, nobody should insult back. When they use derogatory statements against especially the NDC, the NDC don't have the right to respond them in the same manner. Now, so we study Ghana politics very, very well. The NPP, say, apart from them, no political party, any NDC, any other political party, also try to speak the same language they speak to them. No, the moment people start to react to Omo language in the same way, no, automatically, no, the NPP fanatics and as NPP sympathizers, especially the tribal bigots in the NPP, no, they jump to the defense. They jump to this thing of what right do you have to use words like these? And say, if you want to be very honest to yourself, and I say, what kind of career? NPP as a political party, no, continuously, omo say, also mudi atem, eniso biya di atem. Omo the right to insult John Mahama. Whether direct or indirect, they have the right. They have the right to use words edisi use against any politician. And when we trim the whole conversation down to Mahama, it started with JJ Rawlings. NPP started here say no matter what JJ Rawlings would do for Ghana and specifically for the stronghold of the NPP, which is the Ashanti region, they would disrespect JJ Rawlings to the core because one they see JJ Rawlings as an outsider, and two they see JJ Rawlings as somebody coming from the minority. Yakasa minority, the background, and man is how to speak back when people insult him as somebody coming from the minority. Now, because a minority in Ghana, there are a group of people, especially the NPP, almost say, Sawonya Akania Oka say, that's Oka any other language, they see you as a minority. Unni who quine say you do a term cry or respond. So continuously, and consistently, the NPP create this idea in the system in Ghana, say they have monopoly over insults. And because Sebiu Omono Eka Akankasa Ninti, they don't really have to come and stand in front of you and say, oh, mame. But they find different ways to denigrate and insult people and embarrass people. And this is one thing, it did a politics match, it became very predominant when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo took over power. In fact, when Akufo-Addo wanted to become president for 2008, that is where who say the NPP as a political party, they felt to say when they even sit on radio and insult, nobody has the right to speak back because we are NPP. And we all saw how President Atta Mills was treated. May he so rest in peace. The direct and indirect insult. The insult went all the way to the flag bearer of the NPP, insulting Atta Mills on live TV and during press conferences. So you realize, say, for a very long time, the NPP, they have come to believe, say, they are the only political party of followers who can insult. So after Atta Mills, you realize, say, the insult started getting crazier. it started getting crazier because Atamel's Krampo no yakani. So we saw him as one of us, but akamfomu minority. Remember, eba akamfomu kura yeni akamfo no, yeni koufo, yeni mfantifo, yeni eye asantifo, yeni ekamese no. Se eba yeni kura ye group ni mwa. Some people still see some people as minorities. And when it comes to the Akan eye kasafo and Akan tribe ni mwa, asantifo hu obiya minority. In their head, they think they are powerful than anybody. That is in their head. In reality, that is not how it is. Now you could see, say, when John Mahama took over, no, then the insults became, you see, when Atamos was president, they were covering up the insults. They were doing it in such a way that you would sit back and say, okay, so one can in plain words. Oh, okay, so sebi, okay, sebi. And I said, okay, and also what you sign. You could see, say, they deliberately decided to insult Atamos, but they covered it up because enya kra ye die no or yemfantini or yakani or kamese. Now, when it came to John Mahama taking over as president, that is where you saw naked insults from NPP4. That is where you see a member of parliament like Asla Owusu sit on TV, insult Mahama from head to toe. You see young men who were leading the NPP. They could just sit on radio and TV any day and just spit fire and insult Mahama, especially when you go to radio stations in Ghana, especially the Akan speaking radio stations. And I teach you, they were in Kumasi and they are still in Kumasi. What they did was they basically start to insult Mahama, but they do in such a way that the presenter sitting there will pretend as if say nipana samna wakan wantin ye. Nipana samna wakan oh one can ye. Nipana samna wakan you need to stress on it. Timuye. Inti you go to the Akan radio stations, obitumi betena so no we di Mahama atem. Na host or T radios instead of the host letting the person know immediately. Say, oh, asema wakaya it is wrong. It is totally wrong. This is our president, and you have no right to even use such a word. But the host will pretend and say, "Dear now, person waka, oh, saying," and that is the dialogue. Now, say, di Mahama tema. Na se NPP communicator betna TV so na odi Mahama tema, the host will pretend as if say asemna atemnie na nipa ni di no ontiasie. So what they do is they continuously drag it because that is how ebeka nipa ni team. And continuously you saw how NPP communicators when Mahama was president, they deliberately used the media to denigrate Mahama. Obitu betna radio so say Mahama inseni. Oh, Mahama, wanomansa. Oh, Mahama, opemba. Mahama, agent. They were using words like that. And radio presenters who were Akan like myself, because they also supported it, they basically pretended as if, say, Nippon statement no make it wante. And this has gone on for a very long time. Now, it is looking like, say, the NPP feels, and as some feel it, say, and as some people who work for the NPP, they are bloggers, they are reporters, they are so-called journalists, they are whatever. They feel, say, who are these people coming on social media, on TV, in mainstream media, talking back at them? That is the problem. So who say Obini me a problem? Obini Inkoto a problem. Obini Mr. Article was problem. Obini Pierrot one was problem. Obini to say maybe Free Minds a problem. Free Mind. Obini able to say Ransford Kebuache. It is not a semna omo kana and a intro. Their problem is, why do you stand up to us? Why are you trying to tell us the same thing we told you? They don't understand why it should be so. Because NPP along the way, Obi Oba joining NPP, they create that thing in their head. They say, "What dear, Udi Obi Atema, and Nisa Nipani di Atem back." So you saw Asla who's insulting Mahama. At a point, we got a year. I can't even remember. Plenty of them, and we can play different ones for you to hear. In the end, we're a young man, we're a young woman. Now, if you follow this platform or you follow my stories, you follow other colleagues I respect, or more kind of credit with facts now. They are not pissed with me because I am telling the truth. They know the truth. They cannot contest the truth. They have a problem with me standing up to them. They have a problem with young people like us standing up to them to tell them that your actions are what is calling this. Your actions and this retaliation. But you see, instead of them to accept to say their actions, is calling for the kind of language we are using today, they are rather trying to fight back. And the fighting back is always backfiring. And they are sitting on social media, on Facebook, what people say, Abranti, Ababawe, United Ghana ha, Kwana. Why is it say every day, the issue is Obiaka say 224? Why is it always the issue is Yenia Santifo die? Why is it always the issue is NPP die? Why is it always the issue is Nipa we die or no bia se obeka NPP asem? But United Ghana, Yenim Nyoma board yaye. Yenim schools sibia asay, yenim economy no sibia asay, yenina Ghana, yesi pe Ghana ye. But the issue is they are fighting their ego. The biggest challenge or the biggest sickness of we Akans, and especially yenya Santofo, any your ego, any your handtime, your knee be away so, and only your biggest downfall. If we are able to understand, say our ego is our problem, we would develop more than any tribe in Ghana in terms of infrastructure, education, and everything. But the problem here is that it is the ego. Why are you touching my ego? Even though the person knows he's ignorant. Why are you touching my ego? Sebyo utifimu enamekachiro. Why are you touching my ego? You are sitting in that problem. Why are you not addressing the problem for things to change? And you need to understand, say, when people start to talk about me and people who have decided to use the fact to speak truth to power in Ghana, when people start to insult them, I always tell myself, say, why are you fighting Kelvin Taylor? Why are you fighting the other colleagues? Fight the system. Fight the government that we have given power to. If you say so, you're NPP, when you get the opportunity to speak, try and tell the NPP you belong to, say, this is wrong. You don't even deserve to continue. You promised us this. You need to try and save the government, save the party. How do you do that? By pointing out their mistakes to them. You don't turn around to come and attack the opposition you don't pay your taxes to. Because at the end of the day, we all live in Ghana and the AC. Unless say unless say 442 nasa setting in, instead of you to attack the problem, you are attacking the messenger. So a lot of people will see you as daft, stupid, ignorant, because someone will say, now you say Jimmy Anna. At this point, who has the power to reduce fuel prices? It's the government of the day, and it's the NPP government. As we speak today, who has the power to employ more people? It's the government of the day, it's the NPP government. As we speak, who has the right to make sure the economy is stable and it's doing better? It's the government of the day, and it's the NPP government. As we speak, free SHS has collapsed. Whose job or whose responsibility is it to make sure it is effective? It is the government of the day. It is the NPP government. As we speak, corruption has swallowed Ghanaians. Whose job and whose responsibility is it to make sure, say, we fight corruption and defeat corruption, not corruption swallowing us like the way they swallowed Dumeluvu, swallowed the special prosecutor. It is the responsibility of the government in power, which is the NPP. So all these things are there. We are talking about Galamsey. Today, the president is an international Galamsey's fraudster. These are things we need to address. These are things we need to address and correct. Coming after Kelvin Taylor will not change anything. It will not change the price of petrol. It will not change the price of cement. It will not change the price, or it will not bring the hardship down. It do some time here. We need to get some things straight. We need to understand, as much as you love your party, you are not better than anybody. I started my issue by telling you, the NPP feels say they have monopoly over insult. They can insult and walk and nobody can speak. Now look at this. What we are doing today, sometimes people think, say, this Kelvin Taylor guy, Omwadie, Obia, Inkoto, Omwadie, Saforo, Pierrot, Free Mind, Money, I don't know. The way we expect people to respect us, we also expect others to respect, to expect that we respect them. It's reciprocal. Now, the reason why some people are uncomfortable, it's because what they were doing, we have decided to let them understand that that is not the way forward. But if that is how you want it to be done, we will serve you better dishes than what you have. Into today, you see, say, those who started are now struggling. Now, Mami Chawade, watch this.
Because I am son of a pro pronunci and want to be a woman. I know the IMF because no name said here, you see the movie. Banana, dear, you get free education, plenty for food and job, one district, one factory, about 4 NAPCO, about 4 when you money in our session and that would be better. It's not to a 2 years. I don't know I had never worked on a year. A place several so see a free more. Another one, obey ye free moon, obey who quiets us one, obey ye free moon. Empty more piano, I am zero. Say I really about it there. I listen for pro, or pro, make a mouth to me. My force one over the drama hammer and haba. Empty drama hammer so dear, why the Saturday? Obia. What did you say with Bukrana, the man who Abokina needed the other day? And what did you practice?
So, this is Ghana politics. Memo review. And this is a regional chairman from the Ashanti region. Now, say NPP, NDC, Ashanti regional chairman, Eje Mike. And he says the same thing about Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So Akufo-Addo de obi anim no. Ono de IMF ko no Jimmy nti ende jantra na obo plane mu. Certificate kro ni bi. Akufo-Addo on said anya obi onim nyanse bia obetumi di Ghana nim e de akọ IMF. Amanfo be frɛ wo radio so, afrɛ wo TV so. Ahemfo bi beka se adenti na brante ne kasa asa. And this is a regional chairman. And you saw people sitting there clapping. Anytime they say the NPP always think say they have monopoly over insult and nobody has the right to insult. This is a young man or ma or ire. He wants people to accord him respect. He wants people to say so. Oh, honorable, when are we a chairman of the NPP? So if a whole regional chairman is speaking like this, the other communicators, how are they going to speak? Because chairman is Abua. Jimmy. Now, people like this will turn around and say some people are destroying politics in Ghana because their language is strong. But your comfort to what share akwawe MPP for Kufo Ghana oti we nyina. MPP Council of Elders omutini nyina ahemfo tu for kroti. Mampon henete, but they see this as yet dear it is our right and nobody has the right today to reply. That is the problem with the NPP and Yenya Kamfo. That is the problem with and the NPP, and that is why today it is difficult for them to understand maybe omuntiase. Omudia tempa, ye pe party omudia tem eguni pedimas ye NPP.